Alright, y'all, this is episode 1 review for the One Piece live action. I'm gonna do it for all the episodes. Cool. So I kind of have mixed feelings about the episode, you know what I'm saying? Because I think it has there's some things I don't like, which y'all might say is me nitpicking, which I don't think it's me nitpicking, but some of y'all might feel that way. And there's something, and obviously there's stuff I like. So to start off with, like, how they did Roger's execution, I think that shit was fire. You know what I'm saying? I think that shit was great. Then you go to Luffy getting in the barrel, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That part is what it is. But then we get to the number 7 Baroque Works. I think that's next. If not, then we're jumping to this real quick. I think that shit is fire. One, that means they have zero intent in the live action. That means they're fully confident they're gonna get the Alabasta in the live action, which is amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? That means they got a lot of like high hopes for what they have done. You know what I'm saying? But two, I think that shit was a chef's kiss. You know what I'm saying? That shit is fire. Showing that to us right now, I think that shit is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I think him killing number 7, and the fact that we're gonna go see, and the fact that like this was kind of referenced in the anime and shit, like something like this happening, it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing, and I love this shit. This shit was like a 12 out of 10 to me. You know what I'm saying? To bring a Baroque Work agent in already, having Zoro kill him, shit was a 12 out of 10 to me. Honestly, pretty much every Zoro fight pretty much was great. You know what I'm saying? When Zoro fought, it was pretty great. Except maybe against Morgan, but I'll get to that later. Then we get to Luffy on going to Velveeta ship, right? I feel like, you know, Luffy didn't jump out the barrel like he did in the anime and manga type shit, which is cool. I could ignore that, you know what I'm saying? Especially because we kind of get to see Luffy, you know, he just be fucking up sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Bringing the bell, accidentally waking everyone up. That shit, that's some Luffy shit, and I love that, you know what I'm saying? I love that. I love that. I love that they made him do some Luffy shit right there in replace of it. However, something I didn't like is the fact that, like, Luffy kind of respected Kobe right away. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Kobe also wasn't doing, like, the crybaby shit he was doing in the manga, but still. Like, Kobe had to earn that respect. And he stuck up to Alvida, and I wish they did keep that. I think that's something they should have 1000% kept, is Kobe sticking up to Alvida and Luffy, and that gaining Luffy's respect for Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of upset that they didn't keep that, because that's one of, like, that's just when Luffy started to respect him. You know what I'm saying? That was the first time Luffy was like, okay, Kobe, you got some balls. You know, that was pretty much that's pretty much how it went down. But that didn't happen here, and I kind of wish that's what happened. And then they go on the boat. Luffy punches him, which, you know, Luffy's hands is ready to eat for everyone, because he said his dream was nonsense, and that is a huge theme in One Piece. It's like, follow your dreams type shit. So they talk about Kobe's dreams on there. Although they could have done it on the ship and did the Alvida shit. Again, I really think they should have kept Kobe's story, like, on the one, you know, on that same line. After that, I do wish, this is probably something y'all would say is nitpicking. I do wish Luffy actively went out for Zoro, because Zoro throughout the anime/manga, I understand it's a different adaptation, but still, Zoro's the only person he actively went for. Even if Zoro isn't captured when he gets there, at least he was like, who's this Zoro guy? Like, if Luffy was like that, if still actively went for Zoro, that I would have liked that. I would have loved that. The only Luffy's right hand man, his first commander, that's the only person he actively sought out, and I think he should have sought him out again. But that didn't happen. And then, you know, Zoro has his little fight in the bar and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And they did keep the like him eating rice balls off the floor, although I feel like it was definitely more impactful, like, when he does it outside, when it stepped in the dirt, and when, like, Luffy gives it to him after Zoro asks him to. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a lot more impactful, for being honest. That shit is way more impactful when they was like that. But again, Zoro fight scene in here, that shit is fire. Zoro's fight scenes throughout this was fucking phenomenal. Yeah, but like Zoro actively turning himself in when realistically he could have beat all the Captain Morgan and all the fucking Marines there without doing the yard or draining the Marines. He could have just killed them if he wanted to. I don't know why he didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why it makes a lot more sense. It's for like them to keep it how it happened in the manga. Again, y'all might be like, it don't gotta be a one-on-one adaptation, but like Zoro could beat them. That's the thing. Like we know Zoro, we know that's like where the Zoro. At least people who've already seen One Piece. You know what I'm saying? Because this, at the end of the day, is something that will. Like if someone doesn't like to read, or won't watch anime type shit, if it's another way for someone to experience it. I understand that, but Zoro getting captured to protect people instead of getting captured just cause. Like Zoro got captured last time so the Marines don't hurt the little girl and her mom and stuff like that. He just turned himself in for the fuck of it here. That's all that happened. And like, even then, like, I don't care that Luffy didn't knock down that statue. That shit irrelevant to me. You know what I'm saying? He could have just went inside the building how he did and see Nami and stuff. I will say, however, inside this building, because Luffy did end up releasing Zoro. Oh, just cause, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the Luffy thing to do. But either way, he ends up going inside the building and running into Nami. But my thing is, why? First of all, this is inside this building. Luffy really not Luffy, and if we're being honest, like this shit not Luffy. Luffy sneaking around, not being reckless. Now I understand his initial plan was to walk around, but even then, Nami not even having to say anything to him when they hid in like the room. That's not Luffy. That's not Luffy running around the building. Luffy would really run around, especially because he don't know Nami like that. If we're being honest, Luffy would really run around the building. Also, Luffy pretending to be a prisoner. Luffy can't fucking lie. We know who Luffy is. My boy Monkey D. Luffy cannot fucking lie to save his life. He couldn't lie to save his crew. As much as he probably would hate to admit that, he could not lie. He probably couldn't lie to save his crew, okay? And like it not be obvious. But they do end up going into the room or whatever. And then to steal the map. And they end up taking the safe out. Luffy hits the floor and then they end up fighting. Down here was decent. It was alright, you know what I'm saying? It was alright. I feel like Luffy struggled being grabbed by Fodder Marine and struggled to break out of it. That shit was kind of weird. Nami's fight scenes was also really good. I do want to say that. Nami's fight scene, like when she fought the two people before meeting Luffy and Nami fighting out here, shit was fire. I love Nami's fight scenes. Nami and Zoro's fight scenes were fucking mwah, which was fire as hell. I can't express that enough. That shit was fire as hell. Zoro and Luffy needing the tag team Morgan is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's father to them. You know what I'm saying? Them kind of jumping him is kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's just kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? That is really wild. I'm not expecting. I understand it's live action. Don't want to tap him. I understand, but they should not be jumping that man at all. Zoro should have got some hits in with the axes and stuff. And at the same time, they did kind of flex Zoro throughout the entire episode, and not Luffy. So they might have been trying to flex Luffy a little bit. But we about to start flexing Luffy real soon. You know what I'm saying? It ain't needed. Luffy's about to fight fucking Buggy and launch him to fucking nowhere. His fight is Don Krieg. And then I don't know how far we get into Arlong Park. But yeah, for the episode rating, I'd probably give it like a 6.5. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a 6. Actually, I'm someone who went into the series with like low expectations, but I do have higher expectations. First of all, now, but I also think the Baratie arc is going to be really fucking good, and I can't wait to get to those episodes. I think those episodes are going to be phenomenal. I think those episodes will be phenomenal when I get there. I'm just not the biggest fan of this first episode, but I do think it's gonna go up from here, and I think the Baratie arc is going to be peak. I don't know if they finish Arlong Park or not. I guess I'm gonna see. I hope they do, but I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? But if they did, that shit would be fire. That shit would be fire indeed. Also, Kobe came in and punched him up, but then it is what it is. Garb's going there, so he's probably gonna pick up Kobe there and end up training him. But yeah, I think all in all though, like if you haven't read or watched like the anime or the manga or whatever, I think it is honestly probably a higher rating than what I give it. You feel me? I think you might like it a lot more than I did. You know what I'm saying? Although I did like it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and say like the episode was trash, because the episode was not trash. But I think you might give it like an 8 type shit. You know what I'm saying? And there's obviously gonna be the really biased One Piece fans who give it like a 10. Which I just can't agree with that. I can't agree with it. That's the end of this review. Like and subscribe for more anime manga content. Again, I'm going to review the rest of this episodes. And peace out.